In the heart of the ancient savanna, where the sun scorched the earth by day and the moon painted silver paths across the water by night, there flowed a river older than memory itself. The animals called it Umiayu, the river of life, but humans whispered another name. They called it the Cursed River, for beneath its calm surface lived a ruler feared by all, a crocodile so powerful, so ruthless that even the river spirits watched him in silence. This is the story of Carigbe, the crocodile who ruled without mercy, and the river spirit who decided his reign must end. Carigbe was not an ordinary crocodile. He was massive, longer than 2 canoes placed end to end. His scales were dark as wet stone, scarred from countless battles. His eyes glowed like burning embers beneath the water, and his jaws had crushed more bones than the river had pebbles. From the day he defeated the previous river lord, Carigbe declared himself master of Umiayu. No animal drank without his permission, no fish swam freely, no antelope crossed the river unless it paid with blood. Every morning, Carigbe would rise slowly from the water, his body sending ripples across the surface. Birds would scatter, frogs would dive, even the hippos, giants of the river, kept their distance. Fear ruled the river. If a zebra hesitated while drinking, Carigbe struck. If a monkey dropped fruit into the water, Carigbe punished the entire troop. If fish gathered in numbers, he slaughtered them for sport, not hunger. The river groaned beneath his cruelty. Once, Umiayu had been joyful. Fish danced beneath the surface, birds sang at dawn, elephants crossed peacefully. The river gave life generously, but under Carigbe's rule, silence spread. Fish populations vanished, animals avoided the banks, choosing thirst over death. Plants near the water withered as the river's spirit weakened. Deep beneath the riverbed, in a place unseen by mortal eyes, something ancient stirred. The river spirit, guardian of balance, watched in sorrow. She existed before the first crocodile hatched, before the first tree rooted itself. She was not flesh nor bone, but water and will, a presence felt, not seen. For centuries, she allowed nature to resolve its own conflicts, but Carigbe had gone too far. The river was dying, and the spirit could no longer remain silent. One moonless night, when mist clung low to the water, Carigbe sensed something different. The river felt heavy. As he floated near his favorite sandbank, a soft voice rose from the depths, calm, steady, and powerful. Carigbe! The crocodile froze. No creature spoke his name without permission. "Who dares?" he growled, water vibrating with the force of his voice. "I am the spirit of Umiayu," the voice replied. "I have watched you, and I have come to warn you." Carigbe laughed, a deep, terrifying sound. "A spirit," he mocked. "This river belongs to me." The water glowed faintly, forming gentle waves that did not touch his body. "You rule with cruelty," the spirit said. "You take more than you need. You break the balance." "There is no balance," Carigbe snapped. "Only strength." The spirit's voice hardened. "Then you will face 3 trials. Fail them, and your reign will end." Carigbe bared his massive teeth. "I fear nothing." The river fell silent, but the trials had already begun. At dawn, the river swelled. Rain fell upstream, though the sky above remained clear. Currents grew fierce. Trees trembled.
From the forest emerged Ogbeni, the largest hippo ever known, summoned by the spirit herself. The animals gathered in secret, watching from afar. The river spirit's voice echoed, "Garigbe, you pride yourself on strength. Face it." Ogbeni charged. Water exploded as the two titans collided. Jaws snapped, bodies twisted. The river shook with their battle. Garigbe fought with rage, biting, thrashing, determined to dominate. But Ogbeni did not fight for pride. He fought for the river. For hours they clashed, until Garigbe felt something unfamiliar: exhaustion. With one final surge, Ogbeni forced Garigbe beneath the surface, holding him until bubbles burst in panic. The hippo released him. "You are strong," the spirit said, "but strength alone does not make a ruler." Garigbe surfaced, humiliated, gasping. The animals whispered. For the first time, fear crept into the crocodile's heart. That night, hunger burned in Garigbe's belly. The spirit's voice returned. "Tomorrow you will eat, if you can wait." At sunrise, a wounded antelope stood at the riverbank, trembling. Blood scented the air. Every instinct screamed for Garigbe to strike. But the spirit spoke, "Wait until the sun touches the tallest tree." Minutes passed like years. Flies buzzed, muscles tensed. The antelope drank slowly, painfully. Garigbe twitched. Finally, unable to bear it, he lunged. The antelope vanished, an illusion. The river churned violently. "You failed," the spirit said. "You lack patience." Shame burned hotter than hunger. On the third day, the spirit appeared, not as water, but as a glowing woman formed from mist and light. "Garigbe," she said, "answer me this. Why does the river exist?" "For me," he replied instantly. The spirit shook her head. "For life," she corrected, "and life must flow." She raised her hand, and visions filled the water. Fish returning, animals drinking peacefully, children laughing near the banks. "You can remain, but only as a guardian, not a tyrant." Garigbe stared at the visions. Something cracked within him. For the first time, he saw the river not as a possession, but as a home. He bowed his massive head. "I do not know how to rule differently," he admitted. The spirit smiled. "Then learn." The spirit stripped Garigbe of dominance. His roar no longer commanded fear. Animals returned cautiously. The crocodile was forced to hunt fairly, to share space, to protect instead of terrorize. Some animals never forgave him, but others noticed change. When hunters came, Garigbe attacked them. When floods threatened, he guided the young to safety. The river began to heal. Years passed. Garigbe grew older. His scales dulled. His battles ceased. But peace returned. On the night he died, the river glowed brighter than ever. The spirit spoke softly. "You learned too late, but you learned." His body sank, becoming part of the riverbed. From that day on, crocodiles of Omiayo were known not as tyrants, but as guardians. And so the elders say, "Power without wisdom destroys, strength without patience poisons, and nature always demands balance." If you listen closely by the river at night, you may still hear the water whisper his name, Garigbe.